Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb. We're back with Football Manager 2019 and Easter Resurgence with Berliner FC Dynamo. We're still in Europe. We're still in the Europa League. We've made it to the quarter-finals in the last 8 of the tournament. And we've got Arsenal in the next round. So once again, both legs being played here in this episode. And there's a league game in between, which I think is against Stuttgart. Can't remember. Can we get to a semi-final? I'm amazed we got this far. Who knows how far we'll get. The sky's the limit at the moment. Yeah, last episode we knocked out Dynamo Kiev in the round of 16. A big 1-0 win away in Ukraine. And we were very close to going out in the second leg in Germany. But an own goal in the 74th minute meant that we drew 2-2 and got through to the quarterfinals. Also, we beat Hoffenheim in a game in between. I played 2 Bundesliga matches off camera. I didn't win either of them, but I didn't lose them either. I really don't know how we got even a draw against Nuremberg, because Nuremberg were violent. They were not violent, but they were lethal going forward. 16 shots on target. Somehow we managed to get a point from this with 10 men for most of the game as well. I don't know how we pulled this off. Nuremberg took a lead just before the half-hour mark. Monday Agbo, a great name, he scored the first goal for Nuremberg. And about 5 minutes after that, Riccioli was sent off. A straight red card for one of our better centre-backs, one of our first-choice centre-backs. So he got sent off. We did play a lot of this game without a centre-back. We didn't make a substitution until 56 minutes. And even that wasn't defensive. It wasn't until 75 minutes that Belskis came on that we were playing with 3 at the back and 1 central defender. So that sending off came on 33 minutes, and we got to half-time 1-0 down. But we did equalise. Martin Tarnat gifted a goal. Keeper went for a clearance, and it just bounced straight off of Tarnat. His first game back in the team after his fairly long injury. Tarnat, he's been out for about 6 weeks, I think. And he got the goal here, 51 minutes to draw level. Not long after that, Nuremberg back in front. William Owona with the 2-1 lead for Nuremberg, 53 minutes. But Daniel Arna scored on 65 minutes to equalise for a second time for us. A 2-2 home draw. Considering the circumstances, I think it's good. But had we had 11 men, we might have been able to win this game. I don't know. But yeah, it was a close one. And the other game was away against Wolfsburg. This ended 1-1. We haven't beaten Wolfsburg in a long time. I don't remember the last time we beat them, but I think they said in the press conference it's been about 7 or 8 attempts. So Wolfsburg have become a bit of a bogey team for us. We can't beat them. This was a draw though. We got Frimponged in this one. The 10th minute, Wolfsburg took a 1-0 lead, and it was Caleb Frimpong with a 10th minute goal. I don't know if he's related to Emmanuel. So Wolfsburg went 1-0 up, but we equalised not long after that. Anestis Karatziotis with his 16th goal of the season. Equalising on the 14th minute. And the rest of the game did kind of sort of die down a little bit. Wasn't a great second half. There weren't a great deal of highlights. We didn't win off camera, but we didn't lose them either. So I'm not too disappointed. So that brings us on to today's Arsenal game. We are still 4th in the league. Nuremberg had a chance to overtake us, but could only get a draw in their Sunday game. So we stay 4th. But we are just falling behind in those Champions League places now. We're 6 points behind Leipzig and also Dortmund on the same as well. And we're now 13 behind leaders Bayern. So Champions League starting to get a little bit out of sight with 6 games left. Still not impossible, but it looks like a top 6 finish is on the cards. 4th to 6th will get us Europa League. Hopefully 4th or 5th will be back in the group stages next year. We're going to have to go through qualifying. A top 5 finish would be a lovely thing to get. So looking at Arsenal then, they're currently 5th in the Premier League, but they've finished 6th in the past 4 seasons. They've turned into Manchester United. Let's have a look at the squad then. So Matteo Guendouzi is still there and is one of the most valuable players in the team at £54 million. Tahiff Chong is here, who is currently a youth prospect at Manchester United with some of the best hair in the game. Reece Nelson is still there. They've got a 31-year-old Richarlison also. Ben Chilwell at 32. John Souttar, the former Dundee centre-back. Kasper Dolberg also here. A 36-year-old Mauro Icardi. Okay, so Arsenal are odds-on favourites for the first leg. We're at home this time. The past 2 rounds we have been away from home in the first leg. So this is the team that last played, drew against Wolfsburg. We will change it a bit. Kuchin suspended, so Yannick is going to have to play at right back. Poor Afonso Sousa is not having a good time. Every time he comes back from an injury, he gets another one. Look at this. How many injuries he's had over the past few years. Even like this season, he had about a week with that leg injury. Then he was out for 3 weeks with the ankle. Now he's got a pulled abdominal muscle. Probably can play. What does the injury report say? Not fully fit and should be monitored, but fitness test not required. So he could probably make the bench. Gonna go back to the pairing of Karatziotis and Kyleman, the KK effect up top. So Arsenal line up with a 4-3-3. They've got another real player at centre-back, Ozan Kabak. Not a player I'm familiar with. But we're underway at home. If we can get a win, we can try and really play for something at the Emirates. But I'm not overly confident about this one. I think our run's going to come to an end here. It is a corner for Arsenal, 20.5 minutes on the clock. It's Trinzao, and he's gone for goal, and he scored. Francisco Trinzao with a 14th of the season for him. Arsenal take a 1-0 lead, get an away goal. I think this might be run over, guys. I think this might be it. Good finish by the, I'm guessing he's Portuguese or Brazilian, judging by the surname. I'm not sure. Another corner for Arsenal, and they scored from the first one. It's pretty much the same run here, but it's Ozan, and it's 2-0. And I can't see us getting back into this now. We're 2-0 down at half-time. Arsenal with 2 away goals. I think it's game over. But what a run we've been on. I didn't think we'd get to a quarter-final. I wasn't sure we'd get it through our group. So, very, very pleased with how we've done. And it looks like it might be the end here. Open goal pretty much for Ozan. We just haven't really defended yet. And 2 set pieces mean that we're 2-0 down. I mean, I've probably gone with the wrong centre-back pairing. I haven't changed enough, really. So that's my fault. We'll go into the second half. We'll try and get into this. But if anything, Arsenal are just going to score more here. The strikers have had nothing to do. We've just had our first shot on target. Maybe go a bit more direct. So let's try it. And go just a higher tempo. Alright, going to make a couple of changes. Tarnat's going to replace Carlman because he's done nothing. And I'm going to bring on Strebel for Arna as well. Just go a bit more advanced with that right winger. But just bring Bruno back a bit. Just try and dominate the right hand side a bit more. We'll go back to the positive. We'll try and get something from this. But we're not having nearly enough shots here. We just haven't been able to really get in their area. We've had very little of the ball over there. We have got a corner here on 81 minutes though. It's headed away by Viala. Here's Yannick. And Bruno. And there could be a goal away back in here. And now. And it is. Strebel has scored. 81st minute. We're not out of this just yet. We're still trying to fight for it. Strebel gets only a 6th for the season. He has been more of a bench player this season because Arna's been very, very good. And Bruno with an assist. Strebel with a header. It's 2-1. Okay, we've got a few minutes left. Souza's going to replace Haag in the midfield. Just keep it fresh. And there was a late throw in here for us in a good position. But we've given the ball away. Raven goes long. And a well won there by Sally. We've got about 30 seconds left. And it looks like the game's just going to dwindle down to an end here. So it is a 2-1 home defeat in the first leg. Didn't look very good. It's going to be harder in the second leg. But who knows? We could pull off something incredible. We actually had more possession in the game. They had 13 shots to 4. But like they only had a couple of chances other than those set piece goals. So they weren't amazing. Okay, there is a game against Stuttgart in between. As always, I'll show you any goals. We are momentarily down to 6th as Nuremberg beat Leipzig. And also we were overtaken by Hertha, who beat Bayer Leverkusen. So briefly, we're down to 6th. Dortmund also won, so they go just 4 behind Bayern. This is a must-win game now. We could fall out of the top 6 if we're not careful. Okay, changes. Souza's in, Belskus is in, Rikuli's in, Kuchin's in, and Sal is in for Burkhardt. Now, the last 2 times we did this, we actually went behind. Hopefully, the same doesn't happen here. It's happened again. Stuttgart have gone 1-0 up. Davy Selke managed to get through our defence, and it was a long ball. And once again, we're 1-0 down in this game. Why does it keep happening? Maybe I need to stop playing them or just do something different. I don't know. We're behind again. Look at the ball. Long ball. Selke got ahead of the defender and scored. Guys, sort this out, please. Oh, I think it might be a penalty now. Look, Munoz has run about 2/3 of the pitch, been brought down. I think it was outside the box. No, it's a penalty. Great. God damn it, guys. What is going on? It's another scored penalty. Like I said, we've only saved 1 in this series. Apart from penalty shootouts, we knocked out Leipzig. Why can't we save penalties in the league? Selke has 2. We're 2-0 down in 35 minutes. Guys, sort this out. It's 3-0. Serdar's just scored. What is going on? Where are my players gone? This is not my team. They're making mistakes. This is disappointing. Munoz with a cross here. Look at this for a clearance. Absolutely feeble header by Belskus. What are you doing? And Serdar scores. We're 3-0 down in this game. Guys, what is happening? Full time, 3-0 home defeat to Stuttgart. What has happened? Where has this come from? Once again, we're in a bad run out of nowhere and it's just affected everyone. Created nothing once again. And Stuttgart could have had more goals. That 3 at the back, like we could not do anything about it. They played well. We were shocking there. And if we're going to be playing like this, there's no way we're getting anything against Arsenal away. We're in danger of falling out of the top 6 here. And if that happens, I'm going. Because we need to be in Europe again next year. I'm not having another season of just playing Bundesliga teams. If we don't get top 6, that's it. I'm resigning. And we're going to do a short save or something else. Because this is stupid. Don't do this to me. We've given ourselves a lot of work to do. We're in bad form. We need a miracle. Okay, we need a miracle in Emirates. We need a win, and we need a big win as well. Alright, this is the team we're going to go with. Stakura, Vermola, Sally, Rikuli, Kuchin, Bruno, Biasoli, Burkhardt, Arna, Karatzotis, Tarnat. That's the 11 we're focusing on. We need a huge win. This is going to be massive if we can do this. I can't see it happening. Arsenal are too good for us, seemingly, despite never finishing above 5th in the league. Right, I'm going to go for an aggressive team talk and say that we need to step things up because we haven't been good recently and we need a win here to try and get through the Europa League semi-final. The journey looks like it's going to end here. It's been a great journey. It would be a shame for it to end like this. Let's go for it. We've been better in the away legs, but having the first leg at home this time round seems to have made a difference. I don't know if it's just me though. I think we're going to go positive from the off and just go for it. We have to. Arna. He's been in great form recently. That's a good ball for Bruno. Bruno can set something up here. Oh, it's an own goal. It's Ozan, who I highlighted in the earlier leg. He's got an own goal. We're 1-0 up. Right, it's back to 2-2. It's not enough because Arsenal have 2 away goals. But it's only 11.5 minutes in. We're 1-0 up. This could be a huge turnaround. We need another goal. We need to make sure that Arsenal don't score. That could be big. That is big. Look at the possession. Almost 70% possession as well. Come on, more of that, please. Make it 2-0. Nice and quickly. Come on. We've been fortunate to get in front with an own goal. Let's keep it on them. It's a corner for Arsenal. 32 minutes coming up. And it's cleared off the line by Vermola. Is handball? When was the last time I saw a penalty given for a handball? Vermola apparently handled it almost on the line. The penalty goes under Sakura. When was the last time that a penalty was given for a handball in Football Manager? I haven't seen that in years. It's gone against us as well. It's now 1-1. So another goal for us would make it 2-1. And that will put the game level. Well, Bruno didn't quite get to that. Hiziramayev goes for a long ball. Gavrilov's going to get on the end of this. And he scored. Anatoly Gavrilov makes it 2-1 Arsenal. And now we've really got our work cut out. We need 2 goals. And that would put it level on away goals. And Arsenal could go on and get more. 42 minutes almost on the clock. A great ball by Yeremayev and Gavrilov over the goalkeeper. 2-1 Arsenal. Tried to get the ball from the throw-in. Didn't work. Tahith Chon making a run now. Close him down. What are you doing? Right, get stuck in. Why have we not got that on? And we're very narrow defensively as well. Which was suggested to me, but I'm not doing it. Right, half time. We have got to be brilliant in the second half. We need 2 goals. At least 2 goals. Make sure Arsenal don't get any more goals. We're going attacking. We're going for it. I should have taken Bruno off because he's had a terrible game. That's a good ball for Arna, but too heavy a touch again. And again, Gavrilov's through. Oh, fuck's sake. It's 3-1. Gavrilov has just been an absolute nuisance. It's getting away from us. It's 3-1 now. We're 5-2 down. Now we've got 3 goals that we need to score. And the defence just can't do it. Right, Kier's on for Bruno. He's had a stinker today. And also Kyleman's on for Tarnat. Once again, we haven't had nearly enough shots in the game. We've had 5 shots, 1 on target. But again, the possession has been all ours. We just can't get forward and create enough. And here's Gavrilov, who I think is on a hat-trick. Oh, header over by Chong. It's 5-1. Stephen Raven at the far post from the free kick. Oh, it's all gone wrong. This has been a terrible episode. Lose to Arsenal, lose to Stuttgart. Again, how? And now Arsenal are just... I mean, he's miskicked that as well. And it's hit like his other leg. His standing leg. It was just one step too far. Quarterfinals. Couldn't be happy to get as far as this. But Arsenal was just one step too far for us. And we just haven't looked at all good in this tie. We've barely created a thing. We've got an early goal here, which is an own goal. We didn't even score it ourselves. We can't keep the ball for more than a second. We're letting them. Look how easy that's worked. 5-1, 7-2 on aggregate. We just made it way too easy for them. We've been in dreadful form recently, at the worst possible time. We could fall out of Europe. We're out of Europe. We're out of Europa League now. It's just all gone wrong. The season's just completely gone wrong. We just stop, please. Like, we're already dead. Disappointing end to our Europa League campaign. We didn't look like getting anything against Arsenal. 4 goals for Gavrilov. So now with 5 games left of the season, we need to try and retain our status in Europe for next season. Because at the moment we're in 6th. We are only 2 points clear of Hanover now. And suddenly we're in danger of dropping out of Europe. And we've got Bayern at home next. We've also got Leverkusen, we've got Freiburg in the German Cup still, so that might be a way into Europe if we do fall out of the top 6. But 5 Bundesliga games left: Bayern, Leverkusen, Mönchengladbach, Frankfurt and Hamburg. We've got the bottom 2 on the last 2 games, thankfully. So that could be our saving grace for staying in Europe, because we've had a really bad run of form at a really, really bad time. I'm not going to play the German Cup semi-final. We're going to do 4 games off camera. We're going to play the bottom 2 on the last video of the season. Now that we're out of Europe, we're just going to get to the end of the season now, and that's it. There's been like 12 videos for this season, so yeah, we're going to get to the end of it. And hopefully by the next time we meet, we'll still be in that top 6, maybe top 5. Hopefully we'll be straight into the Europa League group stages. And we'll try and maintain our status in Europe for next season, for season 12. Maybe our last season. I'm not sure how long I'll have left. I think we could maybe get a couple more seasons out of this. But if we don't get into Europe, then I'm going to be leaving and resigning from the club. And I'll do a smaller save for a little while. I'll do a shorter save, just like maybe a season challenge or something. Because if we're not going to be in Europe next year, I don't want to play it. I don't want to play all these Bundesliga games all over again. So if we don't make Europe, I'm going to be resigning. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching it. If you've enjoyed it, do drop a like down below. Leave comments. If you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload and go live. Follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. Disappointing results across the board today. Lost all 3 games on camera. When was the last time that happened? I don't think it ever has happened, is it maybe? I don't know. But we'll end the season next time with the last 2 games. For now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.